Hey guys, welcome. Ralph Havens here. And this is a special edition of our Miracles, Magic, and Coffee. Usually on Wednesdays, it's been me and sometimes Jen and Dr. Tom Giammatteo. And this time it's Tom is stuck in a snowstorm in Colorado. He was working with some clients over there and so he's stuck in a snowstorm. I kind of felt like asking him, hey, you want to just be on straight from the airport? But I thought, nah, let him have a little rest time. But we've got some big stuff coming. We're going to be meeting tomorrow and discussing some stuff. So so look for that. I'll be announcing something pretty soon after that. I'm posting everything on our Miracles, Magic, and Coffee right now. So hang out for just a second while I get that set. So you can find me later on YouTube as well with this video, because this is a big one. I want to share my screen because something came in today that was really cool, and I've been noticing a pattern, and so I want to tell you a little bit about it, because I think it's a big reason why some people's success comes really quickly, and other people it seems to take a long time. So let me just go grab this. Where is this? Let me just grab it. Sorry about the delay. But this is a really important point that I think is missing from so many people when they think of how come things aren't working for me? You know, how come life seems to be harder than it should be? How come I do all these things to do mindset things? And hey, Chris, awesome. Yeah, and so so I want to give you a little heads up of what I found. Let's see. Yeah, we got that. Great. So let me share my screen. Here we go. So I got this message today on Facebook. I'm in a really cool group called Coach's Secret, the work of Akbar Sheikh and a whole team over there. And in our they're all commenting like crazy right now. In our group, I do healing sessions for people. I'm part of the team, and I help entrepreneurs crush what's called imposter syndrome. So get over that inner angst, that inner fear, that anxiety that makes it hard to sell stuff, hard to ask people for money, hard to like promote your own stuff that you know can help people. All that inner stuff that can kind of show up like procrastination, like somebody just never gets something done, always has something else to do, the laundry, checking Facebook, anything except the stuff that would help get their business going or get their message out to the world, the people looking for them. How to crush that, how to clear what really is going on there. And there's a really specific thing that's going on, and I'll tell you a little bit about that and how to do that in a moment. I'll tell you just how to do it. But I got this message. So this is somebody named Bridget who I worked with in our group and cleared a lot of the inner blocks to the stuff that was limiting her. And she had been a bit stuck. Great person, knows a lot, can help a lot of people with what she does. And that was her message. I don't know how you did it. I just brought in over 8K in profit in less than 24 hours. I'm so grateful for you. And so everybody in our group has started to comment. And she said, even as of this morning, that number is still going up. So what is that? What is that? How does that happen? And how come it doesn't happen for other people? And here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know, years ago, I was retreating. I just wanted to get away. I remember telling my friends in San Diego, I just got to get away from people, because I hadn't been able to run for 2 years and had severe bone pain. And some people had stolen money from me in my business, and we had moved my business from an office with 5 therapists working for me to at home with just 1 therapist working for me, and then not even that. And we were just about to hit the road and get out of town and get a truck. We sold our cars and got a truck and a tent, and we took Ben. He was really young, not even 2 years old, and we hit the road, and we were looking for where to live. And I just wanted to rest, because it felt like I had just been attacked. I'd just been attacked for so long, and I had built up a successful business, but stuff happened and I was just done, man. I was done. And I got my health back. I figured out why I was having severe bone pain and depression, and different practitioners were telling me to make sure I don't have cancer. And I went to different doctors and they said, no, you don't have that, but we don't know what's going on. I figured all that out and I got my health back and I was back to running. And I was running with my friends in Mission Beach in San Diego, and I was just over it. I was just over it. The stuff they were talking about didn't interest me anymore. The stuff that concerned them, I had zero interest in anymore. None of that mattered. I mean, I literally just saved my life and just felt like, no, it's going to be different. And so we got in our truck and we took off. And for months, we were on the road in campsites looking for where to live. And so we arrived in Bellingham on Halloween weekend, so getting very close, back in 2013, so 7 years ago. And I just wanted to rest. So we got a rental for 1 month in a place that was supposed to be very eco-green and very natural and very cool. And it was beautiful and it was in the forest and it was just right outside of town. And I thought, I'm just gonna rest. And I started to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning with anxiety and anger, and my hair was starting to fall out in the shower in clumps. And Jen was waking up with anxiety, and we were bickering at each other. And I'm like, what is going on? This should be like calm. And then what we found was that they had put a Wi-Fi router underneath the bed. So we were literally microwaving ourselves every night. And so we stopped that. But I just wanted to rest. So then we took a 7-month rental in Bellingham. It was 6 months, but we extended it to 7 months. She was selling her house, and we could have bought that house. We had the money from our house in San Diego. We could have bought it. It was a great place. We could have done it, but I didn't know how to make money, and I didn't want to do the insurance thing anymore in a physical therapy practice. And I thought, well, I can do healing work at a distance online, but I don't know how to make it a business. You know, I had a couple of people that were calling me and having sessions over the phone, and I could help them with their healing, but I didn't know how to do it. So we thought, let's move out to the mountain. Let's get away. Let's find really clean water. We'll change. We'll grow food. We'll have a few people come to visit us around the campfire. We'll be healers, but it'll be super low key, and maybe a few people online. And I just want to rest. I just want to rest. I want to check out of the world. I'm done getting attacked. And so if you know that story, we ended up in a house that was really toxic, started to get very sick, ended up sleeping outside for a year and burning through well over $100,000. Our nest egg of, like, you know, we had bought this house, we had this plan, we were going to build some earthen houses, we were going to live low key, just to rest, man, to get away from it, to quit being attacked. And there we were in this terrible spot. And that's when we realized, it's like, man, we don't want to check out of the world. We don't want to just rest and be far away from everybody. And I want to do my healing work in a big way. And I know I can, and I can help a lot of people. I just don't know how to do it. The business side of it. So I actually got coaches and I started to learn. And so that was back in 2014, we started learning about coaching and business coaching and how to bring online healing and healing coaching and stuff to people that were looking for help. And it definitely wasn't rest, but it was a lot of excitement and movement, and we were doing something again. And so here it brings me back to this idea of, like, why do some people succeed and some don't? And what I found as I've been starting to work with more entrepreneurs to crush anxiety and imposter syndrome and help them get their work out to the world, clearing that inner stuff that's in the way of putting oneself out there, because it's freaking scary. It's freaking scary to put your own self out there to the world and to sell your own stuff and to say, hey, I've got something that can help people and you can pay me money for it. It pushes people's buttons. It's scary because you're putting yourself on the line. And here's what I found. The entrepreneurs, we shift stuff in that anxiety, that fear, whatever that is that's in the way of people doing stuff in the world, and then they take off. And a reason they take off, I feel, is because they really have a drive. They have that inner spark. And I don't know if I can help somebody get that spark. I think it has to be something that's in there that says, I'm going to go for it, man. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to burn the bridges. It's either this or I'm dead. Like I'm going to go for it or I'm going to fail in a spectacular way doing it till the day I die. Because entrepreneurs have something that's different than people that are not entrepreneurial. And maybe people that are not can get that spark. But what I noticed is, I think the reason entrepreneurs change like that and clear anxiety and clear fear and clear that imposter syndrome and get over the causes of procrastination and perfectionism, I think the reason is because they have something in them that they know can help people and they really, really, really want to get it out to the world. And that is the business problems are rarely business problems. They're really these inner game things. You can find somebody that's figured out how to do a business, how to bring a healing business, a coaching business, some other entrepreneurial business, an online business to the world. You can find the people that have done this and you can model what they've done and do it for yourself. But if you've got a lot of fear and anxiety and something you don't even know what it's about, but it's making you have a lot of angst to do your work, there's a way to clear that. There's a way to clear that. And I'll tell you exactly how to do it in just a second. And but that is why I think entrepreneurs can change so fast. And other people, like I was starting to turn into someone, I just wanted to rest. I wanted to get away. I didn't want to work. I was done. That's a tough place to improve from. There's got to be a spark that says, hey man, this is what I'm going to do in the world. I want to do this. And now let's clear the inner stuff. Because once you clear the inner stuff for that, the other stuff just starts to fall into place. And the thing is, here is the secret. Here's the secret. There's few secrets around this, and there's different ways to do this, and there's much more than what I'm going to tell you. But this is at its core what it's about. So when we go through life, even before we're born, and then we're born, and then we're young kids, and we don't have language yet, don't have words, and then we do have words, and what happens is stuff happens, and some of the stuff is definitely not good. Abuse, betrayal, all sorts of problems, stuff your parents are going through, stuff other people are going through. Then it becomes stuff that happens to you, and there's stuff that happens, and what happens is it hurts. Heart sadness actually does hurt in the heart area, and being betrayed can feel like a kick in the guts, like really a kick in the guts or a kick in the groin. It can actually hurt, and we are designed to get away from pain. And the thing is, when those kind of pains come in, we don't want to feel this pain. It's like this. And instead what we do is we hold that pain down with a lot of energy. Now the problem is that energy is not available for healing. So a lot of physical conditions can show up. A lot of physical conditions, all these autoimmune conditions and chronic pain conditions and all sorts of stuff. And when you're holding that kind of pain down so that you don't feel it, because you don't want to feel it, who wants to feel that? All these thoughts and all these beliefs pop up around it, and then the world starts to show up in that way to confirm your thoughts and beliefs. And so many methods have ideas like, well, let's try to change your thoughts, or let's try to change your beliefs. Let's just use a vision board or some sort of incantation or affirmation and just change your thoughts. But the thoughts just keep coming. There's an endless supply, and a lot of them are the same thoughts. And then there's other thoughts, and then they get confirmed. And it's like, God, how do I shut up these thoughts? And then there's the people that are like, well, just put a little lavender oil on you and smoke some CBD or some marijuana and just kind of chill out, man. It's like, go for a run, go dancing, meditate and try to get calm. It's like all these people are trying to pacify, calm down this thing, but not doing anything to get rid of this pain. And so the thing to do that I found, it's the most direct, fastest way, is to find that pain and not call it anything. And as my friend Don says, who had a near-death experience, I said, what is your biggest thing to tell somebody? He, with a smile, he said, shut up and listen. And that, be still and know God. And to notice this feeling and to be sitting with it and notice it. and stay with it without needing to fix it or change it or do anything to it, without needing to pacify it or get away from it. And at some point, and it can happen very quickly, like it did for that lady that we just shared the success story with, that feeling gets done. It is done being felt. And when it's done being felt, instantly, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe an endless supply of thoughts go away. And the beliefs around that go away. And the world starts showing up differently. So for the entrepreneurs, business starts working. And when that happens, there's a vacuum. There's an empty space there. That pain is no longer there. And the reason we know it's no longer there is because you have the person think about the problem and it doesn't cause any more angst. Like, how does it feel now when you think of doing this scary business thing? It's like, it doesn't feel so right. It's like, cool. So that pain is no longer there. The thoughts are no longer there. The world can start showing up differently instantaneously. And what happens is that vacuum, nature doesn't go with the vacuum. It says, no, we got to do something with this vacuum. It rushes in all this good. And then this good rushes in, and thoughts that are more positive, more in line with higher consciousness things pop in automatically. And then new beliefs pop in. And then the world starts to show up differently. And then for entrepreneurs, money starts to show up and business starts to show up. And so most business problems are not business problems. Most business problems are this deep inner pain, And like for me, I saw lots of failure. My stepdad and my mom, they wanted to build a big business, a healing business in Del Rio, Texas. And they were building something and it all fell apart. And I got to witness it as a little kid. And that went into my system, and it became a certain pain to see your parents go through that. It was a pain. And then all these thoughts popped in and all these beliefs. And I did a lot of work, and I developed a really cool, successful physical therapy practice in San Diego in the insurance model. You know, people use their insurance to come see me. And I had to use a lot of courage and had a lot of anxiety anyway, but I just pushed through it and I built something, but it crumbled. And I think it was God saying, hey man, there's a better way. And I had to come up here to Bellingham and see even more of it crumble. And then the miracles of what this was all about showed up. And it's kind of like a client I had many years ago who came to see me for neck and back pain and headaches after a car wreck. She had a car wreck years before, and nothing was helping from anybody. And she saw me, and I noticed deep grief and sadness in her lungs. I can see stuff. And we cleared those things. And then we checked, and her head was better, and her neck was better, and her low back was better. And she asked me, what are you doing? Because this is actually working now. And I told her, well, I'm finding deep grief and sadness in your lungs, and we're clearing it. And then she told me the rest of the story of what had happened that it happened, devastating stuff you don't want nobody wants the stuff that happened to her to have happened. But she said, you know, at the end when she was no more pain, everything was good. She says, I think the reason I had the car wreck was to have this problem and to come see you and to let go of this pain, of the pain of what had happened. And I followed up with her months later, and her life continued to evolve and change and improve. So even that devastating thing that had happened to her, looking back, it was a miracle to let go of more stuff. And then where she took her life at that point was even more miraculous. So for entrepreneurs, I think the reason people succeed really fast sometimes and other times they don't is because it's kind of like entrepreneurs, people that are doing stuff in a big way to help a lot of people and are charging money for it and clearing out these inner blocks. They have a really big reason why they're doing it. Really big reason. Rescuing kids from sex trafficking, building wells in Africa, doing surgeries for kids in Africa, doing stuff to get the medical freedom movement going and stopping the abuse of children by the medical system. That's a whole nother thing. But there's a big reason why. And so for anybody that's listening, if you can tap into that, if you can ask God or the universe or whatever you believe, what's your big reason to be here? Why are you here? Why are you here? Who are you here to help? And then sit with that. And then go feel whatever that is. Go feel that. It might bring up some sort of discomfort, some sort of pain, some sort of condition, feeling in your body. And if you can sit with that feeling after you ask that question, what are you here to do? Something happens. The feeling will be different. And then you can notice how different your life is. So give this a try and PM me. Let me know what's different even today after watching this video. Because there's an energetic thing that happens when you watch these videos that I do. There's an energetic thing. And you can be different from the chair you're sitting in right now. And if you were, would you notice it? So you might notice what you notice and walk around and just kind of see how the world looks, and is it different after this video? And then let me know, PM me and let me know what's different. And if you want more of this sort of thing, then let me know and I can send you some more links. I can send you some more ways to do this. Yeah. So let me know how this feels. Let me know how it's going and PM me, message me, whether you're watching me on YouTube or Facebook or Anchor or wherever you're listening in. Let me know how it's going and what you noticed. And if you want more help, let me know and I'll send over a training for you, a video series, actually one video, a couple of videos that can kind of walk you through it. Okay. All right, everybody, let's get out there and heal yourself and heal the world.